Ah, the Raate Road. The Raate Road, November 30th, 1939. As the Russian army invaded Finland, the Finns made a series of holding actions to slow down the invasion. All along the Raate Road, the Finns would ambush the long Russian columns. This forced them to deploy their men and slowed the advance to a crawl. This scenario shows one such encounter. Yeah, we'll brave the Soviets this time. Um, yeah, okay, this looks pretty bad. Yeah, we'll have to move in. There's probably several pockets of resistance, and our biggest worry is, I mean, I'm not sure how the computer will play this. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to let the first troops move past your forces. So then later on strike at them maybe in a place like this to stop them, and then you have forces spread around a little bit of here to surround them and strike them out from all directions. That's what I'm expecting him to do. Um, Go into the truck. Okay, rifle squads. We are good. Yeah, shit. Infantry is key here. We have 20 turns, so quite a lot of time. Oh, yeah. The road is possibly the worst place to move forward here, but on the other hand, these are sort of replaying of certain historic events or battle types. So I feel it's warranted to play like that. Ability on the vehicles is poor. I'm guessing it's the snow. Don't want to get too separated from the infantry. The tanks don't carry infantry of their own. We're all just going to wait for the trucks. Yeah. More importantly, 2 shots, maybe 3. So although we have these tanks, yeah, there's green crew, very poor command abilities in general, very few shots. So although I think they're gonna have huge trouble taking down our tanks cannot take enemy fire. They'll get, because they have so few shots, they'll get suppressed immediately. Yeah. Timoshenko managed to return the group into full action. How much ammunition do we have? 99 armor piercing, but no high explosive. So we're relying on machine guns, still about 63 shots per tank. 41, 15 high explosive. I don't think they have any tanks. What we're going to try to do is basically take the fire they're going to be firing on with the vehicles. Why can't you fire? Yeah, I can understand why you can't fire with the gun, because it doesn't have high explosive ammunition, but So how the hell do you use your special weaponry? Yeah, it's the reason why these sort of don't work oddly is because they have no and high explosive ammunition. I but they have 128 armor piercing shots. Or shit, it's not enough room for in a tank to carry all that crap. So we can give them a little bit of a suppression fire. Currently, want the vehicles to take the initial shots. They do have anti-tank rifle squads. We know that from playing the previous mission. Yeah, they're still in way too good of a condition. The biggest problem is not the vehicles; it's that everything we have is green. But yeah, we have a vastly superior force as far as equipment is concerned, but because the crew is green, we're gonna have a tough time. I mean, even if you have a little shittier unit and they're regular, you usually can do a lot of things just like normal. The problem with green crew is that even typical things that you're sort of used to doing, you're hard pressed to do them with a green crew. A single failure of some kind and oh, we would have high explosive ammunition. Probably should take it. Mm, mm, they're in way too good of a condition. Oh, green crew. Oh, oh. Yeah, we have moved. So we have the cavalry here ready to take action. Yep. We'll try to trigger it to shoot. Oh, thank God. Yeah, the cavalry is key. We only have 4 squads here, so we aren't going to be able to do much. And they probably have a lot more infantry here. Yeah, we definitely need the trucks before we can do anything. Route ahead, and they pulled back. So the vicious tank machine gun firing did something good. But it's definitely the infantry groups here that will decide this. The tanks are not capable of handling the infantry on their own. We'll basically try to get the enemy to use his reaction fire against the tanks, because that's a waste of their time. And at the same time, we'll try to suppress the enemy with the machine guns. Yeah, we'll be waiting here. For you, sir. No, no, no. Yeah, we'll wait for the infantry. These guys... Terrible, 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 terrible. Yeah. Wasn't exactly hard to guess. It should be within range. Certainly not. No, it's a TMG, so it's not on the turret or a free firing. It'll only shoot where our facing is. Not exactly the optimal way to fight. I think this is, while a bit time consuming, it's the best chance that we have to gain victory here. 20 turns means we have time. Maybe not enough to take too much time, but we certainly don't need to rush. Very likely there's other infantry squads all over the place. Mm, yeah, they're pulling back. We'll have to, the infantry has to go into the forest first. The problem is again the low quality of the troops. A single shot can totally disable. Yeah, we got decimated. We know there's a machine gun there, probably infantry too. And it's better to do this than it's to drop a tank there and lose the tank. As shitty as they are, they're still. If we can sort of flush out the enemy, there's very little they can do against our tanks. It would be foolish to throw that advantage away. I'm willing to bet that they have at least regular troops as a trading quality. So just going infantry versus infantry, we're gonna lose. This might have been an interesting mission on the Finnish side, especially because this is a very sizable force of tanks already. There's a couple of platoons there. So how are you gonna take them out without having proper anti-tank capability? I would have actually pulled these guys who were in here somewhere else and let things pass initially, at least. Huh. We'll have to move a little bit. We don't want to get too courageous here. It's a little bit of shooting to keep them moving. Again, letting the infantry move first is key here. At least I think it's key. Come on, shoot the goddamn thing. Yeah, this bastard can't even use his main gun because he's fired for a couple of turns. Too much. Pathetic. I'd rather have shittier equipment than green troops. Like the worst thing ever to happen in this game. Maybe not in a campaign, sort of you start as with a green army, then grow them up to be a professional, veteran, or even elite army. But in a scenario, yeah, not much you can do. I think the most important thing when you play with the green army is to realize basically you have to plan in a way that everything you attempt will fail those green troops. And you'll have to plan accordingly that even if everything fails, you'll still win. You can never plan in like that. If I just get one squad of infantry into that position, he'll take care of it. You'll always have to play it. If I put in one squad of infantry there, he'll screw things up somehow or fail. So you have to plan in a way that no matter. So instead of attacking a tank, for example, instead of playing in a way that puts one of your squads or even two in a place where they can attempt to destroy the tank in an assault, you have to basically gun down the tank to that point that it won't be able to resist anymore, and you can swarm it with everything and just fail and fail and fail and fail and still push through. Okay, we know there's some machine gun there. Someone has to go in there and get shot first. Where is it? Is it really here? One of those would be my first guess. Yeah, let's take a look. There it is. Direct fire. Shit. Yeah, this is exactly what you don't want to do. Careless, careless, careless. Well, we're getting chances to shoot it enough that it won't be able to fight there. This is so pathetic. Holy shit, someone actually killed someone. Not sure how we're going to make this work. We're basically at the moment relying only on suppression fire. There's a limit what you can do with that. I think we should have at least one squad ready for action. Yeah, position. So they retreated a little bit and they're ready to fight again. Yeah, we can keep adding fire on them though. So yeah, you. I'm thinking of putting the rifle squads in the tanks. Trucks are the only thing I think will happen if I keep moving them in the trucks is that sooner or later the truck will get shot at and it'll explode and we'll lose a lot of the infantry before there's gonna be any real fighting done with the infantry. So we only load onto a barge. What a bunch of horseshit. It can go into a tank. It's just a normal infantry squad. Anyway, I'm not really worried about the machine gun. I'm worried about that there's infantry right next to it. So if I now go in with the tanks, they'll just get blown away. Okay, what next? Oh, wait. They'll destroy the cavalry unit. The biggest problem with how that is caused by the us having no real high explosive tank shells is that reaction fire on the from the tanks cannot really happen against infantry. So there's no point, zero, saving those shots. Even if they would just charge right next to us, I don't think the proper machine guns would fire. So with them, shoot everything you got. There's no point in saving those shots. Pin, that's probably a bad place to be. I don't think they'll have all that much here. So This and this will probably be the worst places. Good shot. That's out of the fight now. Raate, what the hell happened to you? Someone shoot your way, in your general direction. Yeah, green. Green, green, green. At least we managed to inflict casualties on both groups. That'll help a lot. So, hostile infantry coming our way. Machine guns and satchel charges. That's what we're gonna go up against. If I shoot, I'm gonna lose this cavalry. Shoot with the machine gun, please. Okay, that was good, very good. Means we might be able to fire with this. Yeah, just use the rifle. Look around. Oh, command unit. Yeah, probably not the correct group to bring here. Anyway. Oh. We don't have a huge amount of troops. About 2 platoons of infantry, so I think they have much more infantry than we have. Question is how much? I can't see them having a huge army here. That's not the point. Shit. But luckily, that's why you have infantry inside your tanks, and they're totally incapable of doing anything useful. Positioned infantry squads. Yeah, this isn't good. Shit. We need to do something about that position squad. It'll at minimum annihilate our infantry if we'll just let it be. Well, that isn't much, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, not a lot we can do. So, yeah, the problem with them being able to pull themselves back together is they're even though they're spread out, I believe they're spread out at this point. By the time we reach here, they're gonna be packed with all these wounded soldier groups. So that ain't no good. What can you see? You can see it, but you can't really see it because we're routed. That's why you can't do anything. They're gonna hide. They're gonna be hiding in forest, very likely. So I'm not afraid that there's groups of soldiers in the plains here. Very likely, at least. then they should be empty. Yeah. Well, they can still take over the flags. It might be good enough to draw fire at some point too. Here comes the suppression fire. That's the best use I can think of for our tank, to draw all that fire that could actually be lethal to our infantry. Yeah, mortar hit on a truck. A pin position pin. Yeah, there's a limit of what you can do with your group. In open terrain against a line of tanks, yeah, it doesn't matter what infantry you have, it just isn't gonna work. I don't see anything, but I still think it's very likely that at least this forest has troops. Probably this too, definitely here. What I want to avoid is them getting their backbone back. I mean the group that is already on the move. Shit. Ooh, oh, yeah. Oh, our first proper kill now. Shit. Tank destroyed. No, they killed every single infantry guy. Holy shit. Yeah, yeah, that that was bad. Hmm. We definitely want to move closer no matter what we do. Retreating. So, how much infantry does he have? I think he has a fairly realistic chance of at least delaying us to the end of the mission. Yeah, they're slaughtering that squad. That should be their last few shots. Yeah, squad destroyed. Not quite. So, what do you have for me? What is this? You goddamn son of a bitch. At least we got a casualty in. That could have a unit too. Yeah, shit. Wasn't exactly a shocking surprise there. Still had to take the chance. Well, didn't have to, wanted to. Because the infantry isn't exactly all that much better. Because they're green. No! I was planning to go there. Shit. Well. Isn't this interesting though? No, it wasn't. You fought it up. You were right next to an enemy and you didn't manage to kill anyone. That's what you should have done. At least that's what you should have done. Half the time is pretty much spent already. No. I'd like to see the routes my units are gonna take. I'm getting goddamn heart attack from thinking of it. They're using the straight line, but no. Shit. We're in a very bad position. Super bad. Our infantry is totally vulnerable, but yeah, we can't attack any of their units. these will not go retreating. They'll get their backbone back. They're basically retreating because someone is shooting at them and their position is compromised. They're not retreating in the sense that they're ready to stop fighting. Well, let's at least provide some cover. Yeah. Okay, there's holy shit, that hurts. It's there. Isn't gonna help here much. Let's go back into the tank. You. Ah, shit. Oh crap. Yeah, nothing vital was lost. We survived. Please get a single shot at least. Ooh, a couple of shots. Well, the machine gun will react to us. No, you are oh my god, these are terrible troops. As I said, plan to fail, plan to fail. I think we should have... If I move there, I can't shoot anymore. And there's a limit to the amount of fail you can plan for. So this is not good. Hopefully we manage to keep him out of the fights. There's at least a couple of infantry units that we can keep out of the fight. The smoke should provide cover. At least from the machine gun there. Ten turns left. I don't know if we have any realistic chance of make it there. We've moved pretty much the same distance in the previous 10 turns. So it depends on how many units they still have. I feel this is probably the worst. Worst is still yet to come. Routed, they won't fight back. That will fight back. So whatever we need to do, we'll have to move against the machine gun first. It's not coming back anytime soon. So, I think we'll be okay now. Don't go next to forest squares or hexes with tanks, that's a lesson learned. Lesson we already knew beforehand, still needed to learn it the hard way. Yeah, these squads are in good about condition. They're coming back. Truck was in the same hex as another destroyed vehicle and it's too routed to move. I think I'll use the trucks as sort of a testing units. So we absolutely have to go with a vehicle against the forest's hex. Let's drive a 1.5 ton truck there. Yes. Routed. We'll have to be fairly brave. They're not gonna stay routed, so we'll have to, if we can. Yeah, shit. You can't do shit. Can't even shoot once. Oh, crap. And you can't go back there anymore. Yeah. So, I'm going back. At least one of the infantry squads can be properly routed after this. Yeah, 50% casualties. It's good enough. Surrenders, lovely. Run away! So halfway point reached. And there comes another infantry squad. And another. They're in good of a condition. Once we get them routed, we would need to try to annihilate a group entirely. He used all his shots though to do that. So we should be fairly safe just rushing it. Pinned. Yeah, no shots left for you. Ooh. It's a nice shot, 4 guys killed. Yeah, go somewhere else. Single guy left. I'm confident saying it's not coming back. Just follow him back through the smoke. I know there's an ambush there somewhere. Yeah. Pretty much what we expected. You. Ah, shit, I'm insanely careless now. Just going after some pointless unit. They only have 2 satchel charts though, so they have a good enough percentage that we can't rely on them missing. That is pretty much it. We'll leave the guys who are really unable to function properly anymore to stay behind. We'll have to take the risk. Shoot it, kill something. No, you can't kill anything. Green crew. That truly is a pain in the ass. Yeah. And full condition infantry rushing our sites. There's no way it's going to kill everything there. Shit. A little bit of suppression fire. It'll be very effective against green crew. I don't think that guy has satchel charts. And rifle squad. Naturally, there has to be an infantry group in the middle of those flags too. So it's very likely that the enemy can delay us in this mission. We have too few functional units anymore. Oh shit, I was sort of planning, relying on that it's had all its shots spent. Yeah, shit. Want to see what unit the unit there is. We'll have to go back. Oh, this goddamn smoke. And we have to throw everything we got at it, otherwise it's going to be just back in a turn or two, and They abandoned the tank. Well, can't say that's a real shock here. And they're capable of fighting shit. Well, I know that's a possibility since it's a retreating unit, not a routed unit. But we'll have to take a little bit of chance here. Their constant retreating is fairly annoying too, because we never get the chance to inflict heavy casualties on them. Always a single guy killed here, single guy there. Yeah, it just isn't enough. If I drop the infantry here, those guys will kill us. There's probably more infantry. Ah. Someone do a suicide run on the flag. Just wanted to make sure that it's what I think it is. So. We don't really have time for this. But if we just ignore these, there's not going to be all that many. There's probably going to be ambushes here anyway, and there's not going to be all that many units capable of dealing with these, so pick between a couple of bad options. That's what we have in front of us here. I can't believe that there isn't a squad or two here. We can get past this, we can get a little bit of distance and just go on through. Yeah, this is risky business. I think that group has usage as satchel charge. I'm going to go next to it. But yeah, but if I drop the fucking infantry, it's no telling what happens. So 3 men killed. That's something. Go inside the tank again. No. So shoot at something. Crap. Not all that much we can do at this point. We've done what we can. We don't have any real new troops to move, so I don't think green experience level troops are worthless. What they are is very bad for any kind of a attack operation, because that's where you really need your morale. The key to successful attack is that your units do exactly what they're told to do. Oh, hesitating, stopping because of casualties, things like that, they're quite understandable, but they're only increase the number of casualties you suffer. Basically, stopping there where your casualties are racking up the fastest, that's the worst possible thing you can do. You have to push through that, then things will get easier. But the green crew sort of paralyzes at that point, so their casualties just keep going up and up and up and up. Oh, he hasn't moved from there. Pinned, capable of fighting, crowded, not capable of fighting. The thing is, I'd rather drive a tank there at the moment, because we have like 2 infantry squads still left. So we simply can't afford to lose any. So, BA-10, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to die. Well, we don't have to go exactly through there, we could go through here. We've already fought against some of these guys. So they're not in perfect fighting condition. Yeah, I'm just gonna, not with you, just gonna ram right into them. Hope I'll survive. Yeah, I didn't tell you to go there, did I? The exact thing I wanted to avoid. So, lessons learned. If you want to move where you actually want to go, takes a bit of time, takes a bit of time. That's an anti-tank gun. It doesn't have to be a good one at this point to be dangerous. Yeah, I'm gonna drive another tank there. You might die. Very likely you're gonna die, but shit happens. You don't have any shots. That's a bit of a negative. Doesn't anyone have shots anymore? Yep. Yeah, now we're totally screwed. And I'm embracing the house beyond. There's no point really trying anything fancy at this point. I was hoping they wouldn't react because we dropped the troops behind their backs, but yeah, and this happened. Is there anything we can still do? Not really. There's no way we can get a real victory out of this. Getting the victory out of this mission itself is not all that difficult. You should just basically abandon the road. or at least clearly go on the one side that cuts the enemy presence in half right there already. Ooh, even hand grenades are good enough to destroy these pieces of shit. And we lost our last infantry. Yep, this is bad. But this is what the mission was supposed to be. Drive through the road and through a series of ambushes. See if you can make it. I wonder what's going to come of this though. Process. So, totally unable to do anything. Lovely. Totally unable to do anything. Unable to do anything. Green crew. Because when you're suffering massive casualties, the correct thing to do is panic and not do anything. There's two correct things that you can do. Either push forward or retreat. One or the other. Yeah, now we have so massive casualties that no one's doing anything anymore. We're totally just froze up. And on the positive side, turns are gonna go real fast at this point. It's a miracle if even a single unit on our side is capable of moving normally anymore. And they retook the first, yeah. Soviet 64, Finnish 1551. We still had quite a few units, so I'm sort of feel cheated that they didn't allow us to continue. I'm guessing it's because there was the army-wide route. So that's a decisive defeat. Decisive defeat and heavy losses. The enemy laughs at your feeble attempts to take their positions. Your forces must flee from the battlefield. Relax this time. Ah, goddamn green troops. When you start a mission and you look at your tanks and you see usually a good troop has basically could have as much as 6 shots. 4 to 5 is some more typical. When you look at your true tanks and see 2 shots, that means if you move, you probably have 1. If you move a lot, maybe 2 turns consecutively at fast speed, you're lucky to get a single shot. So, yeah, it's a blazing warning light telling you that this is going to be a painful experience. You could try something clever. Uh, as said, the worst possible thing you can do in this scenario, I think, is go by the road. It's just ambush after ambush after ambush after ambush, and you have about 8 infantry squads, I think, plus 4 cavalry. Enemy has a much superior number, and when the fighting starts here, you're usually going to start at an ambush because none of your troops can spot the enemy. Or more precisely, you don't have time to do that. Even then, it would have, even without the resistance at the end, it would have taken very close to 20 turns just to get all the flags, just by driving there because the tanks move very slowly. So you just don't have time to deploy everything. Naturally, a proper army probably would have been much more acceptable to accept the delay in the advancing than take the heavy casualties. But I at least want to try to go for the win, no matter what. There's nothing interesting in trying to fight things to a draw. But this is a tough one. This is probably hard to try to get a victory if you try to go just toe to toe with the enemy and try to push through their defenses. You need regular troops to be able to do that. Something that when someone shoots in their general direction doesn't go into a total rout. But at least it was something different. I think our first decisive defeat, or was it? I think we've at least lost before. But yeah, this was a. The computer gave us a bloody nose here.